Hello, welcome back to the studio. If you're new here, my name is Leah and I'm a full-time collage artist. We're in that beautiful midsummer time where life is good, things are going on, we're getting outside, maybe it's a little too hot, and maybe we need a little activity to do inside at home today. This is something that I love to do in the summer, is just take a little afternoon sometimes and make something fun. So I've come up with some ideas that I want to try or have done that you can definitely do at home today. The very first one, and it's one that I'm very accustomed to doing, is collaging with magazines. If you have some papers around your house, it could be old catalogs, even children's books, newspapers, any sort of media at home, even old drawings. What if you took them and decided to cut them all up and create a collage with them? Now, there are so many different ways to make a collage, different styles and all that, and you can find way more on my channel if you're interested in getting into that today. But the best thing to do if you're just looking to have fun is to try new methods like tearing up the papers and putting them together, making a funny scene with a bunch of weird things going on. These are all things that you can try with the art of collage. If you don't have an art journal right now, maybe that's something that you want to work on today. And that's my idea number 2. If you're ambitious, I highly recommend trying bookbinding. It's such a fun little hobby to make little tiny books of journals, and you can really make them out of anything. It doesn't need to be an expensive hobby by any means. If you're not looking to get into bookbinding, I highly recommend finding an old sketchbook that you have lying around that hasn't had its time of day, and let's design a new cover for it. The fun thing about this is that once you have a cover, maybe it'll inspire you to fill it with amazing little drawings or collages or anything that you like to do. The fun part about this is that you can doodle on it, you can draw, you can paint anything on the front of it. Maybe this is something that you end up giving away to someone if you really like what you end up doing. Or maybe it becomes a new sketchbook for you and inspires you to make something every day for the rest of the summer. I find that when I have a new notebook, I get super excited and want to fill the whole thing. This brings me to idea number 3, and that is blind contour drawings. Yeah, you've heard it before. You get to draw whatever you want without looking at it. Sounds familiar, right? Well, I have a better idea. So this is what I like to do as my blind contour, is I like to find different parts of bodies. So for example, a face, an arm, another arm, a body, a legs, so to speak, and then blind contour all of them onto different pieces of paper. If you're ambitious, you could just make full bodies of each and every single one of them. And then I like to take the parts that I like best from each one. Together, they're gonna make a little bit of a Frankenstein piece. You can then transfer that onto a larger piece of paper in pencil, and then I like to paint it and then do Sharpie marker over top. It's a very fun piece, and a lot of the time these actually turn out like very interesting. I think this could be a very interesting thing to do for objects as well. Making a big pile of them and painting afterwards all of them and putting them together on one canvas. I hope that makes sense. It's a challenging thing to describe, but it's actually a very easy project to do. The next one is a DIY postcard or greeting card. A couple weeks ago, when it was still nice enough to sit outside, I went and drew this photo in an area in Dallas that I really like. Now I'm going to send it off to someone as a postcard. It's one thing to receive a postcard in the mail. It's another to receive one that has been made by a close friend or family member. I've been making a lot of custom cards and postcards recently and sending them, and it just feels very nice to send off to people. All you're going to need is some cardstock and cut out a piece that's around 4 by 6 inches, and then you can draw, paint, collage on top of it, and then write your little message and send it off in the mail. If you're doing a greeting card, you can paint something, or maybe it's your friends together and then write them a little card. You could spend hours doing this for sure. The next one that I've really enjoyed doing recently is paper weaving. Head to your magazine pile and pull out some pages that you really like and try to find ones that high contrast each other. You can also throw in other pieces for sure. Then you're going to cut them into strips. These can be fine ones or thick ones. And then you're going to simply weave the papers together. I think that this is such a great craft for kids for sure, and I think that adults would actually have a lot of fun doing it. I was even thinking of making my own placemats with it, so you could weave the papers and laminate them, and that would be kind of a fun afternoon project for sure. If your dining room is kind of a little bit on the bland side, I think that this could be a really fun idea to bring in something interesting. And my last one for you today is doing bookmarks. I was closing my book last night and realized that I've been using a hair elastic that I was wearing on the first day when I started the book, and that's not gonna cut it. So I love the idea of cutting out paper that is going to be the right size for your book, for example. make it into a little strip, which could be even a scrap from something else, maybe one of your postcards. And then you can do a lot of different things on this. You could paint it, you could collage it, etc. And then you could laminate it. This is definitely something that I've wanted to try, and the fun part about this is you could have 2 different pieces on each side. You could also collage or paint something and then cut it into strips and then make those bookmarks for you and your friends. I used to joke that your bookmark should be something that reminds you of the thing that you're trying to do the most. That way you see it every single day and are reminded of it. So in the past, I used money as a bookmark. Hilarious. But now my priorities are changing a little bit, and I definitely think that having one with my collage art would be a great thing to have. Not to mention a great gift for a family member so that they're always reminded of the hard work and effort you've put into your art. So the best part about these 6 ideas is that you don't really need to be good at art to do any of them and really enjoy it. You can just put aside a couple hours today and try any of these. If you give any of these a try, I would love to hear about it in the comments. And if you make any collages, I do have a Discord channel where we share our artwork, so I would love to see it there. So if you're hoping to see more ideas in the future, please subscribe to this channel, like the video. It really helps me as an artist, and I hope to come up with more ideas for you. I hope you have a very creative day, and I'll see you soon. Bye, guys.